What I like about the koans is that in doing them and practicing them, there's a first collection of koans that are called the Dharmakaya Koans. And the Dharmakaya is another name for the Absolute. So these are koans that are intended to awaken to the Absolute, or the Absolute awaken to itself is probably a better way to frame it. And they're the koans that you've probably all or most of you have heard of. The most famous koan probably is the Mu koan. And in that koan, Master Joshu was with students. And one of the underlying understandings, sort of foundational understandings of Buddhism, is that all sentient beings have Buddha nature, have the nature to be fully awake. And the student, I suspect, was feeling rather insecure, having doubt in themselves, and said to Master Joshu, pointed to a passing dog and said, "Does that dog have Buddha nature?" And again, I think the student was feeling a little insecure, and so was pointing out the dog, wanting to be reassured by Master Joshu that yes, even this stray dog has Buddha nature. Then the student could feel, well, yes, that means I probably do too. And Master Joshu, perceiving all this, said to the student, "Wu," which in Chinese means not, or no, or nothing. And in Japanese, that's mu, pronounced mu. So mu became the koan. And the student, of course, was completely caught off guard. Of course, every sentient being, every conscious being has Buddha nature. But Master Joshu says no, says not. And so this became a koan that is the initial koan we all work with in koan study. Master Hakuin really developed and sharpened this koan in Japan, really made it a very leading koan. And his commentary on it was that this could be a koan one could work for a lifetime. There are so many levels and depths to Mu that it could be the entire focus of one's practice life. But the koan Mu is great because, as a first koan, because it takes away everything. If we try to bring conceptual understanding or rational thinking to it, it's going to be rejected by the teacher, because that's not what we're looking for. We're not looking for a conceptual answer. Koans like Mu are intended to frustrate the intellect. They're intended to cause the thinking machine to seize up and quit. And only then, when we're finally ready to put down the conceptual thinking and our normal thought mechanism, can we approach Mu. So it has a great application for us. The other Dharmakaya Koans, one is, what's the sound of one hand clapping? It's explained, well, we know the sound of two hands, but what's the sound of one hand? And so that will keep us in a slightly confused state for a while also. And then the third Dharmakaya Koan, the principal one, is called Original Face. And the koan is, thinking of neither good nor evil, what was your original face before your parents were born? So interesting, thinking of neither good nor evil, so not thinking of good and bad, right or wrong, so not thinking of the polarities, not holding a conceptual viewpoint. What was here before your parents were born? So what's here now that was here before your parents were born? And so this is where we work these koans. And any one of these is just tremendous koans. I really enjoyed working these. They're One teacher I had said that a koan is like an arrow. The arrowhead is pointed towards our hara, and the koan just continues to penetrate layer after layer of who we take ourselves to be, and we finally arrive at the universal truth. So I thought it would be interesting to sit with Mu together for a few minutes and give this a try. And the way one works with a koan, with Mu, you would start with repeating it to yourself silently. Mu, Mu. The traditional instruction is on the in-breath, we ask, what is it? And on the out-breath, we answer Mu. What is it? Mu. What is it? Mu. And we end up staying with the Mu. It ends up landing, it can land in the heart or the hara or both. But we hold it. It's traditionally held in the hara. We hold Mu with an attitude of what is it? And we just open to it. We know that anything we can think of is probably wrong. So we want to discard any conceptual ideas of what Mu is and just be with Mu itself, letting it penetrate the different layers of who we take ourselves to be, to potentially land at the answer to Mu, the knot that Joshu gave us. So go ahead and seat yourself in your meditation posture. Start with the belly settling breaths. Feel your contact with the floor. And bringing your awareness to the hara. Breathing into the hara. You can either do the traditional approach. What is it on the in-breath? And on the out-breath, Mu. What is it? Mu. Or just stay with Mu. And anything else in your awareness, Mu has the priority. That's where we want to put the majority of our awareness. And just hold the question. We don't know what Mu is. What is it, this Mu? And let's just see what unfolds. We'll sit for about 20 minutes and I'll ring the bell.